Blaze. Tonight's match is being played under the Minnesota State High School League rules. DHS would like to remind you that masks must be worn at all times by all spectators inside the stadium. Social distancing of 6 feet is also required by anyone not in your immediate family. Thank you. And now, the playing of our national anthem.
We're here with Burnsville coach Brian. It is senior night in Burnsville. The Burnsville Blaze and the Eagan Wildcats in the final home game of the regular season. Good evening. Glad you're with us. I'm Sam Ekstrom on BCTV. Burnsville recently picked up its first win of the year, looking for another against their rival Eagan Wildcats, who come in with 5 wins, 3 losses, and a tie in their penultimate game as well. We spoke to first-year coach Brian Nacy just moments ago to get his thoughts on this South Suburban matchup. We're here with Burnsville coach Brian Nacy, and coach, you guys just got your first win of the season after a tough losing streak to start the year. You know, how does it feel just uplifting the guys mentally to get that W recently?
It's definitely pressure off of our shoulders. I think we started to press, playing well really the first few games of the season, but it started to mount that pressure, and to be able to get that first win out of the way really kind of eased some of the nerves and allowed us to just kind of go out and play.
7 goals in the last 3 games. What's clicked offensively here in this late stretch?
I think just spending time with each other over the course of the season. It's a new group. We only had 3 returning players, so for the guys to not have the experience of playing with each other at the start of the year, being able to get to know each other on the field and figure out where people like to play and what they like to do, I think has been the biggest reason for that.
And they just announced today that there will be a section tournament. You know, how nice is it to reward these players with a postseason after all that they've been through with the rigors of this COVID season?
You know, I think it's anything that makes it seem like a normal year is positive. It'll be definitely something nice for us to, you know, finish the season and have something extra to work for and play for, and have that extra intensity of the playoff season at the end, instead of just, you know, we're at the bottom of the standings. So, you know, once we get into the playoffs, anything can happen, and we're going to, you know, give it our best shot at least.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Best of luck.
You bet. Thank you.
That was Brian Nacy just moments ago. The starting lineups being introduced now. And for Burnsville, 6 seniors playing their final home game, and 1 regular season game against Prior Lake to follow. There's Derek Wynn, one of those seniors, number 22, wearing the captain's armband. Well, to set the table for this one, it's game number 10 for Burnsville and for Eagan. And let's take a look at the conference standings, if we have those available. Burnsville coming in 9th to start play tonight. They're ahead of only Farmington in the standings. Eagan right in the middle in 5th place. A 3-3-1 conference record. They did play 2 non-conference games against conference teams. Every team in this conference played a home-and-home to start the year. One of them counted, one of them didn't. There's the graphic. Eagan in 5th, Burnsville in 9th. That's where we stand. And it was unclear going into the season whether there would be a section element to this season, and for a while everyone thought that it would just be about standings, bragging rights. It does look like there will be a Section 3 tournament, so Burnsville and Eagan will be moving on to a postseason of sorts without the state tournament at the end, so it'll be sort of a mini state tournament at the sectional level. Eagan has beaten Burnsville each of the last 3 years, and you see a number of the Burnsville seniors there congregating on the sideline, preparing for their final home game on a crisp fall, late afternoon. The wind whipping a bit. Coach Nacy told me he'd like to see that calm down, and it might as the night goes on. Partial cloud cover, temperatures in the 50s, and there's Eagan, coached by Tim Foley, the second-year man. And they have lost 2 of their last 3 and actually winless during that stretch. The 3rd game was a tie, and that follows a 5-game winning streak that comprised all of their victories this season. Burnsville takes the field wearing their home black on blacks with the gold numbering and trim. Tyler Hadorf, their goaltender, the junior, and a very talented goaltender at that. For Eagan, it's Jerome Caralde. This is his 3rd start of the year, and he has 2 previous shutouts. Jake Witt has been their primary goaltender, but Caralde getting the start in the second to last game of the regular season. It'll be Eagan wearing the road whites from right to left. And we're glad you're with us here on Burnsville Community Television. Again, my name's Sam Ekstrom, simulcasting with ETV. And we're off. The Blaze have improved their game offensively a ton since the start of the year, but they are coming off a shutout loss against a good Lakeville North team that is arguably the best in the conference, unbeaten, 8-0-1. Burnsville could not conjure a goal. They lost 5-0. Previous 2 before that, though, much better. 4-4 tie. High-scoring affair at Lakeville South, 3-1 win against Farmington. And as Coach Nacy said, really taking the pressure off to get the goose egg out of the win column. Contact there along the near side. Eagan has possession. Rolled away and taken by Umithazad. He'll send it into the corner, past the end line for a goal kick by Caralde. Caralde was the goalkeeper against Prior Lake, and then again against Farmington. Both of those teams in the bottom 4 of the conference currently, but he did keep a clean sheet. So Caralde, a senior, in net today. The number 2 goaltender for the Wildcats as Burnsville possesses with the Zod. Passing to Wynn in the middle. Controlled by Delgadillo, goes back toward midfield. Hadorf going to have to scramble a bit to play that one. Garcia Miranda has a go off of him and out of bounds, an Eagan throw. Hans Broman headed in deeper by Sy. Derek Sy, their leading scorer, got it to go. Less than 2 minutes in, he's got his 6th goal, and Eagan on top quickly. What touch! A fluttering shot in the box by Sy after Burnsville struggled to clear their end, and Hadorf, hands on his knees, down a goal early. Let's get another look. It started with the Broman toss, headed up, couldn't clear it. Hadorf out of position, and just a fantastic little nuance by Cy. So it's the second minute. And Eagan's got the lead. Gabe Frost with it right now for the Wildcats, trying to get it upfield to Cy again. Broman runs down Delgadillo. Good ball ahead. Cy is cut off by McCallick. Cy wearing the Strikers number 10. He's only a sophomore. Garcia Miranda tried to head it away, and then Cy flying into the 18-yard box with the shot attempt over top of the net. For Cy, that's his second goal in the last 3 games. Like Burnsville, Eagan was coming off a shutout loss in their last game, and they quickly changed the score. They end that shutout streak. A 1-0 lead. Down to get it, George Seeger. Fired out of bounds via Burnsville throw just ahead of the midfield flag. Pump to the near side. Azad in pursuit. Caden Larson trying to clear it for the Wildcats. He sends it out of bounds, and Azad will get the throw. You can hear that wind. It's currently at Burnsville's back. They'll want to take advantage of that here in this first half. Blaze got the corner here. And again, that wind going from left to right in front of the kicker of this corner, so you want to make sure that it doesn't sail over top of the net. They've got Azad there. They've got Jude Lee. Might do the quick kick here. Nope, there's Lee flying it in. Takes one bounce. Hits Alex Gomez and then skitters clear. Eagan clears. Burgess got there for the Blaze. Lee shooting to the ball. Castillo Quattro chips it over to the near side for Azad. And down the sideline out of bounds to the Wildcats for a throw. Wildcats have played a couple tough first halves in a row, and it's got to feel good for Tim Foley's team to get on the board quickly. They trailed 1-0 to Apple Valley at the half last game, and 3-0 to Eastview the game before that. They actually managed to come back and tie Eastview in a thriller. Corralde from the top of the 6-yard box will distribute it off into the corner. McNair unable to keep possession. The toss to Azad. Delgadillo, the pass intended for Burgess, and that gets away from him. Worth noting that Eagan won 5 games in a row, games 2 through 6 this season. Only gave up 1 goal in that stretch. They outscored teams 15-1. So they have it in them. Kind of hit the late season doldrums a bit though. 0-2-1 in their last 3 games, as Cy will have a toss and now giving it up to his teammate on the far side of the field. 50-50 ball involving Lennertz. Ryan Lennertz centering, picked off by Jude Lee. Kept in by Donald Ty. Along the sideline, trying to get it to Cy. He's got the touch with his back to the net. Broman fires one into the corner. Foot race won by Burnsville. Kept in via Senor Lopez. Sent on back by Larson. Broman hustling after it. Burnsville chips it up in the air, down the sideline, and out of danger for the moment. Marino tracked it down. Larson for the Wildcats. Rolls it back to McNair. At midfield, an interception. Burnsville might have numbers downfield. Castillo Quattro, flanked by Ty. The Burnsville goals leader is cut off from the ball, but he got it back. Castillo Quattro tried to get it to Delgadillo and managed to do so. Moves laterally, ran into Villasenor Lopez, and now the Wildcats counter. Throw for the Wildcats at midfield, right into Cy. The sophomore forward moves the ball back. Here's Broman. Quick touch pass, Marino. Karam's pass, Broman. Burnsville momentarily possesses. Larson chases after it and secures it. Ryan Leonards goes hard off of Garcia Miranda. And Eagan throw, they lead by 1. We're not even 9 minutes in. It was Derek Cy, a minute 57 into this game. Larson again to Cy, nearly got a touch. Exact same spot where he scored the goal. Eagan with the throw now on the other side. Tim Foley, the new leader of this program, taking over last year for Balut Ozturk. Ozturk, the hardworking boys and girls coach. He accepted a college opportunity in the SEC at Tennessee. And Foley now the new man in charge. See the Eagan coaches, they're bundled over on the sideline. That wind is only gonna hit sharper as the night goes on. Burnsville with possession. There's a nice pass for Azad. Catches up to it and sends it ahead. Castillo Quattro turns it over via Senor Lopez. Jarred away from him. Moreno to Broman, nearly turned over. 50-50 ball. Delgadillo, Azad. Goes past Gomez, who's got 3 goals on the year for the Blaze. Nice job by Villasenor Lopez to keep it in. Beautiful pass ahead for Leonards. Ryan Leonards missed the net.
Nice defense, Kevin!
Jamison Burgess riding him the whole way and made that shot difficult. The ball was gorgeous, though, to get to Leonards on the run. And another talented sophomore for the Wildcats nearly strikes to make it 2. Tyler Hadorf. Downfield. Burnsville 1 win, 7 losses, and a tie this year. Next ball out of bounds, we'll take a look at their season so far. Give you the summary on that. It is Burnsville trying to get out of trouble. Eagan dialing up the pressure, ball on the edge of the box, and it goes out with a lot of backspin. Let's take a look at the season thus far for Burnsville. It was a rough start. They started 0-6 with just 5 goals scored in that span, but better since. They have had a tough time in those 1-goal games, 0-3, and that can often make a season. Promptly cleared out by Burnsville off the throw. Eagan trying to get it back in the box with Frost. absorbs some contact, and Frost jets to the middle. Swept out by the Blaze. Trying to beat Marino down the sideline there, can't do so. Seeger picks it up. Marino tripped up, whistle blows. In our 13th minute of play here. McNair moved ahead to Moreno. Wildcats average 2.3 goals per game. Burnsville allows 3.2. Offensively, Eagan with the more impressive resume. Cross over the head of Leonards. Azad pokes that one free. The Blaze will get a clearance. Here's Sy. Drop pass to Ty. Now Frost. Out of bounds to Burnsville. Blaze with a game 6 days from now against Prior Lake. Through ball, Leonards. Leonards fought away from the ball by Garcia Miranda. And a corner signal. Opportunity here for the Wildcats, leading by 1. These teams have played tight contests the last few years. A couple of 1-goal games and a 2-goal game, all of them going in favor of Eagan since 2016. Broman, left foot, roller. And the corner will go right back to him. Broman is sort of the designated setup man on this Eagan team. Sophomore midfielder. That one's in the air. Sy is at the net. Burnsville trying to get it clear, but it'll be a corner on the near side now. This will be Marino chasing it down. We've seen it more and more in this COVID season. They haven't had ball retrieval as readily available. That can affect the flow of the game sometimes. Moreno, the senior. He'll try with the right foot. Nicely done. It hit Frost and then caromed out. Blaze the other way. Gomez. Long ball, sending Quattro on a dead sprint. Ty nearest to it, and he'll have a throw deep in Eagan territory. Haven't seen many substitutions yet, but we're about to. Abner Philippos about to come in for the Blaze. Looks like there's a handful of Eagan players warming up on the side. Rolled all the way back for Hadorf, leaves his box, distributes forward toward Wynn. The pass by Lee down the sideline, trying to get it to Dahar Jama. Eagan throw. Even in a shortened season, Eagan has already won more games than it did last year. They finished 3-13-1, tied for last in the conference with the Blaze. Had the tiebreaker against Burnsville, though, sending Burnsville into the cellar. They were ousted in the first round of the section playoffs against Apple Valley, 2-1. Burnsville had a better overall record than Eagan last year, 3-11-3, same conference record. and the same fate in the section playoffs. Rolled ahead and intercepted by Wynn. Slide at it, Castillo Quattro. Jama can't get there. 3 new Blaze coming in the game. Henry McCormick, Henry Peterson, and Abner Philippos. Of course, this Burnsville team went through a lot emotionally this offseason. The sudden passing of their head coach. Everything going on in the world, I'm sure, adding to the weight of it. Bill Terranz has been remembered throughout the year. And they pay tribute to him before their opening home game. And I'm sure always on the players' minds. And a very new team, as Nacy told us before the game, as it's played there by Caraldi, who hasn't been very busy. Not many returning players for Burnsville, trying to figure this thing out with a shortened season. Thrown right into conference play, didn't have the ramp up of non-conference games that they usually do. Down the sideline it goes. Burnsville trying to get a corner out of this, and they do. Well done by Alex Gomez, tiptoeing in the corner. He and Azad will now maneuver. See if they quick kick or go all the way in. Gomez, line drive. Philippos flying in for the header, and it's eventually tossed out by Leonards. Lee. Kalik all the way back for Hadorf. Size got to get back onside. Hadorf again. Curls it. Garcia Miranda. Off the body of Villasenor Lopez. Azad will throw it in. Junior gets it to Lee. Ernie Delgadillo. Past the halfway point of this first half, Eagan struck early. A second-minute flip. A teardrop shot by Sy, the difference. Another battle along the end line, and another Burnsville corner kick. Yeah, Sy is a powerful player, but not a lot of power in the goal he scored. It was a lot of English on the ball to get that underneath the crossbar. Here's Gomez trying to provide a spark. It's touched on goal, bobbled by Caraldi, and kicked out of danger by Ty. Gomez again, sends it in again. Trying to get McCormick in front of the net. Burnsville looking for the equalizer. There's a shot toward the goal, and Caraldi will scoop that up. Good pressure by Burnsville. They'll have a throw with under 19 minutes left in the first half, and we'll see that last save by Caraldi. Was through traffic. Caraldi had to see around all those screens. There was nobody there to jam it past him. New Wildcats coming in the game. It's essentially a line change. Looks like 5 out, 5 in. So the first group plays about half of the first half, and we'll see how long this second group gets. Peterson. Gomez settles it down, makes a great move. Now Lee prancing through Wildcats, and he couldn't clear that last hurdle. That's off of Cron and out of bounds. It's a junior forward, one of the new inserts into the lineup for the Wildcats. Jack Bland also in the game, passes it down the middle. Staying with it is Cron. Peterson passing forward to Lee, and the Blaze with it back. Seeger flies it out of bounds, nearly into the opposing bleachers. Four other games tonight in South Suburban Conference action. Eastview Rosemount, Farmington Prior Lake, Lakeville South Apple Valley, the 3 and 4 teams playing. And then Shakopee, Lakeville North. 1 against 2. We'll look for updates on that one. Those teams tied in the conference standings, both with 6 wins and a tie credited. We saw Shakopee on BCTV earlier this year with their star Zachary Susi. Really fun to watch. And they're tied with 19 points with Lakeville North, even though Lakeville North has the better overall record by virtue of those home and homes to start the year. Burnsville lost to Lakeville North 5-0. Eagan lost 2-1 in a game that they were tied in at halftime. There's Gomez looking for Castillo Quattro, who chases. Ball out, Burnsville throw. Azad zips it down the sideline. That was going to be a Burnsville throw, but a whistle and a foul against the Blaze. And now the throw goes back to the Blaze after the kick out of bounds and a Burnsville sub. Wynn back in, replacing Ernie Delgadillo. Briskly played first half as Gomez trying for the fantastic pass to McCormick. Not quite on target. Would have been spectacular. Not a lot of whistles, though, in this first half so far. We played over 25 minutes. Glad you're with us here on BCTV. Loose ball, Castillo Quattro after it. Lennertz. Upfield to Gingrich. Burnsville intercepts Lee. Trying to get on the same page there with Gomez. And it's hauled in by Caralde. .50-50 ball headed down by McCallick. Eagan with it on the far side. Broman, who helped set up that first goal. Offside is Gingrich. Senior too far in front of the play. 13:15 to go in the first half. Just 1 week until Burnsville football will return on BCTV. We hope to bring you the full schedule this year. 6-game abbreviated season as Gingrich nearly offside again. They couldn't pass to him. And Burnsville winds up with it. Sky high to midfield. McCormick settles under it. Loose to Gomez. Poked free by Marino. And offside again, Gingrich. That one looked a little closer. Thought he timed the run well. But he's flagged again. Derek Sy not on the field right now. Sy has their goal. He's got the most goals on this roster. They've got 22 scored on the year. Blaze trying to pressure. You can hear the coaches calling for it. Frost with it on the near side, prancing through Blaze. Great ball handling skills. Frost, long crossfield pass. Loose and picked up by the Blaze. Win. Rolls it to Philippos. He'll turn it back for Lee. Now McCormick. And countered by Backenstedt. Castillo Quattro. Back it goes for Win. And to the final line of defense, Hadorf. Had to get that away from Cron and then retreat. Here come the Wildcats pressuring. Cron has 2 goals on the year, slides it to Caparelli. Roman has it poked away. McCormick tracks it down on the sideline. Burnsville will have a throw. We're in our 30th minute, half hour played. Eagan by 1. But Burnsville has showed life in this first half and put together some opportunities to tie it. In 3 out of their 9 games this year has Burnsville exceeded 1 goal. Shut out 4 times. Another Burnsville toss. McNair controlled it, pass to Marino. Frost moves it forward to Gingrich. Stolen by Philippos. Lee through everybody. And Caraldi will pick this one up. Lost our sun in the last couple of minutes. Clouds covering. Eagan looking to double last year's win total with their 6th of the year. They were a double-digit win team in 2017 and 18. Made the state tournament in 2015, and here they go off to the races. A chance and a save by Hadorf. What a play. Fantastic reflex on that run by Cron. Didn't even let the pass get through. Thrown in by Broman. Loose, Bland, unable to control. Broman again. Caparelli, his cross intercepted by Wynn. He's got Froby upfield. Lee trying to hunt it down. Philippos runs to it, stripped away by Marino. Ball exchanging hands numerous times, still loose. Eagan trying to reset things. Final 8 minutes of play in the first half. The Wildcats playing with a lead virtually the entire game. Moving to the middle is Frost. He'll shoot. Wide left. Hadorf had it covered. Two South Suburban Conference teams right now in the boys' top 10. Lakeville North 6th, Shakopee 9th. Burnsville lost 4-1 against Shakopee when we broadcast that game less than a month ago. Nooch Clark on the field for the Blaze, taken down there. They continue to play. They have it in the box. McCormick, an opportunity. McCormick dancing. Left for Lee. Lee will swing it back to Wynn. Wynn now looking for a lane. Brought down to Clark. He ties it. Nooch Clark. And it's 1-1 in the 34th minute. A bizarre sequence as Clark initially went down, appeared hurt, thought they were going to keep play halted, but they played on, and Clark ends up popping to his feet and tying the game. Blaze had a lot of touches in a dangerous area. McCormick did a nice job there to keep it on his feet. And it finds Clark, the junior, to make it 1-1. '34th minute. And Burnsville makes it a new ball game. Fantastic end of this first half. If Burnsville can get to halftime in a 1-1 tie, they've got to like that result. They feel like they've hung right with Eagan here since they gave up that first goal, and to battle back and score, that is big. Wildcats trying to get that lead back, and they've got a chance. Past the head of Caparelli. I think Gingrich was trying to shoot it. He mishit the shot, but it almost wound up in a perfect header spot for Caparelli. Now Peterson throws in. Headed on by Wynn. Tracked down by Marino. Roby had it for a moment. Moved along to Frost. Rolls past Cron. Cleared by Peterson. Handful of headers there by the Wildcats. They move it to midfield. Owen Cadwell. Roby, McCormick. He'll stutter. Nice ball. Cadwell crosses it back in. Intercepted by Eagan. Azad chasing it down. Or rather, Clark, I should say. And there's Cadwell, corner of the box. Nice pass. Froby centers. Caraldi has the save as he runs into McCormick. 4:45 to go before halftime. Life shown by the Blaze here. They've been a resilient team.
Good job.
Cron is tripped up by Delgadillo. There's Frost. Runs into Cadwell. Clark pokes it away. Cadwell in to Win. Stolen at midfield by Marino. Right back to Burnsville, Derek Wynn. Moreno down to Broman. Lobbed up right side. Caparelli trying to box out Peterson. Turns the corner on him. Caparelli still with it. Cron back to the net. Shot by Gingrich, and a big save by a defenseman. There's Broman, knocked away by Montgomery. Broman still with it. Forced out further by the Blaze. Right back into Frost. Jacob Frost. He wants to cross it. Runs into Cadwell. Backed out to Bland. Off Clark. And a throw to settle things down. Big sequence there to build momentum for Eagan. Errant pass got around the target. It'll be a goal kick. Burnsville catches a break. That was Cron setting up Gingrich for that blast, and it caught a Blaze in front. Fired out to Peterson, off of him and out of bounds. Thrown in, Cron, he'll shoot. Hadorf, the save on the lead. Hadorf gets the job done and keeps it out with 2:25 and counting. First half. Blaze don't want to give up that late half goal. Meanwhile, it's Lee downfield, and countering is Marino. Sends Caparelli after it. Seems like Eagan pretty comfortable going with those 5 reserves for the majority of the second 20 minutes of play. Wide open soccer right now. Here's Burnsville back the other direction. McCormick has it. Pass intended for Froby, knocked out of bounds, a throw. And now the Blaze will try to develop one final attack. The sophomore Peterson holding it on the far sideline. Kallick out of bounds to Burnsville. Sy in the second, Clark in the 34th. Our 2 goal scorers, game tied at 1. Burnsville trying to win its first home game of the year. Their 2 best results, a tie and a win, were on the road. They are 0-5 at home. Headed down by Marino. Marino with it back. Surrounded by Lee. Final 35 seconds. Another opportunity. Gingrich is loose. He's taken down in the box. This could be a devastating call against the Blaze. A clear scoring chance impeded by Montgomery, and a penalty kick. And it will occur just before halftime. He steps right on his spot. The clock stopping with 5 seconds. Not sure if that'll have to be set back to around 20. Huge call. And in the shadow of halftime, Eagan can take the lead with Isaac Gingrich, the senior. The yellow to Montgomery. He'll have to exit the game. And the explanation for Coach Nacy. You could hear there at the end saying he went through his legs.
Come on, Tyler!
Everything magnified when it's in the box. Could have been an open shot there for Gingrich, and now he'll have an even more open shot. Nobody in his way except Tyler Hadorf. Gingrich. Crossbar and down! And the half comes to an end. You gotta think the length of Hadorf may have forced Gingrich to shoot it upper corner, and Burnsville gets to halftime in a tie. Soundly rings it off the crossbar. Let's look at it again. It goes bar down, but it stays out of the back of the net. Oh, it might have been post. Right post he misses, and it caroms back into the field of play. What a break for the Blaze. Through 40 minutes, Burnsville won. Eagan won. Dance team here at halftime. Let's watch them.
Here they are dancing to One More Time. Please welcome your Burnsville Blazettes.
Jeff Foxworthy here. You know, if you've ever found yourself repeating the same thing for 75 years, you might be Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Well, thing is, there's a lot more to say. Like if you've ever found yourself burning yard debris and then walking away, well, you might be starting a wildfire. So for the love of the outdoors, go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Hi, everyone. Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that after 75 years, Smokey's only said,
Only you can prevent wildfires.
But I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, You gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but... Wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision... Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah. Invent...
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
I am what hunger looks like in America. I am an 8-year-old girl who's not excited for the last day of school. Because this may be the last time I'll have lunch.
Till September.
I am a single father of 2 who works 3 part-time jobs, and that's still not enough to put food on the table. I was created by artificial intelligence from faces of the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger.
Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh.
It only takes a moment to make a moment.
Cheers.
Take time to be a dad today.
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
Families don't have to talk about everything, but they should talk about how to plan for an emergency. Get tips and resources to make your family's emergency plan.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool.
To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane. Woo! You got this.
Hey!
Okay.
If you love me enough to tolerate my perfect little pets and all their glorious dander, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry. I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
Yo, Scott.
Hey.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, you know what? I was just in there. The line is like 10 people long.
You know, I think I'll just...
Dude, are you okay?
You wouldn't believe what I was just thinking. I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
Smart man.
Did you see how that dog was looking at me?
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So, yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
You're still talking to your friends. It's complicated.
I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji.
Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone. You have the skills. Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becauseofyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.
Yeah, Sam, Elmo.
Oh, hey, Julia. Are you ready to play band with us? I'm gonna play my clarinet.
And Elmo's gonna play his drum.
Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music.
Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Leah, did you put a new dent in that? This one? No. Were you texting and driving again? Yes.
Hi, Leah.
Hi, Dad.
Sorry about your bumper.
After 15 years of smoking, Eva Marie quit. There's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
By the time you see the symptoms of lung cancer, it could be too late. Now there's a new scan that can detect lung cancer early. If you smoked, get scanned.
Because of you being my #1 fan since day one, your advice and support has shaped me to be the businessman that I am today.
Play Eric Amarola's Race Day Mix.
All right, Monroe, you ready? Monroe!
Put the keys down, Kevin. But I'm gonna drive home. There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text to emoji ratio has gotten a little out of hand.
A little?
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Because of you sharing your story with me,
I feel comfortable sharing my own.
This is what high blood pressure looks like. Talk with your doctor to create a treatment plan that works for you. Go to loweryourhbp.org.
Second half set to start in Burnsville. Sam Ekstrom back with you on BCTV. It's 1-1. Let's get to the first half highlights. Eagan struck early. Burnsville answered late. It was Derek Sy in the second minute, chipping it up over Tyler Hadorf for a 1-0 Eagan lead. You see the failed clearance by the Blaze, and then the quick goal, 1:57 in. Eagan won. And Burnsville nothing, but then Giraldi, victimized by a shot from Nooch Clark that beat him to tie it up. Eagan missed a penalty kick with 5 seconds to go in the first half. It hit the post, and that kept us in a 1-1 draw. So 40 minutes left in this one, and Burnsville a chance to pick up the come-from-behind victory if they can tack on another. Glad you're with us, whether it's BCTV or ETV. These two clubs in their second-to-last regular season game before the section tournament. Goal kick for Burnsville. Tyler Hadorf will take it. Clean slate for Hadorf. Got to feel good for the junior after giving up that early goal. Now back in a tie game. A chance to step up here for the Blaze in the second half.
Let's go, guys. We can win it.
He'll let Garcia Miranda take this goal kick. Setting sun shouldn't be a factor either way. It's behind the bleachers here on the near side. Wouldn't affect one team differently than the other. Eagan will have a throw. Backenstedt lobbed in, headed the wrong way by the Blaze, but Hadorf scoops it up. That was off McCallick. Burnsville the other way. Blaze had some good runs downfield later in the first half as they got their offense together. Giraldi running out of his goal. A note on Giraldi. He's now given up his first goal of the season. Had 2 shutouts in his first 2 starts. Nearly went 5 halves without giving up a goal this season, but Burnsville strikes in the 34th and breaks his shutout streak. There's a blast by Castillo Quattro, and very nearly a corner. It's a throw adjacent to the flag here. If they can get a good toss, though, from Delgadillo, it'll essentially be like a corner kick. He'll throw it in. To the box it goes. Rolled back to Lee. And his shot goes over the net. Burnsville trying to score multiple goals in the game for just the 4th time this year in their 10th outing. That goal they scored breaks their 1-game shutout streak. After losing 5-0 against Lakeville North, it'll be an Eagan throw, quickly made by Gingrich. Deflected out to Jama. Lee goes far side with it. Too hard of a touch by Azad. Brought back the other way by Frost. Eagan attacks, and the shot misses wide.
Trying to warn you because I kicked the rope.
Hadorf on the dive, but it nearly found its way through. Jack Bland, the one leaking down the left wing. Jonathan Garcia Miranda for the goal kick. Sends it off, right side, Delgadillo back to Garcia Miranda. Header goes down to Marino for Eagan. Broman flips it again left side. Another chance for the Wildcats and another whistle on a ball in the box. And this could be another penalty kick for the Wildcats. A second PK attempt. This will be Sebastian Marino. That was Cron who had the drive, and it will now actually be Cron stepping to the ball to give Eagan the lead. Another save by Hadorf. Unbelievable. Hadorf guessed right, dive to his right. Astonishing break for the Blaze. Their junior goaltender with 2 PK saves in about 7 minutes of game time, and now Cron is loose again. That one will roll past the end line. Let's get another look at that save by Hadorf. He went right, left, right. Not only saving it, but keeping it super close to his body, able to haul it in. That's high-level stuff. So Cron and Gingrich both with opportunities to give the Wildcats the edge. See what Burnsville can do with it. Jama, 1-against-1 here, but he overran it. Did recover to deflect the ball. Pinballs to the near side. Caparelli picked it up. Burnsville's going to have to start looking at the symptom as to why these breaks keep happening. Hadorf, another good play to repel that drive to the net. But it is coming a little too easily for Eagan right now. Burnsville will have to self-reflect. There's Jama. He's got space. Jama shoots on Caraldi, and he reaches to make that save. Fun game so far into our 47th minute. Broman. Cron is offside. Didn't quite time that right, and nearly another great chance for the Wildcats. It's about 4 or 5 breaks in front of the goaltender that they've had in the few minutes before and after halftime. Here's the shot by Jama. Caraldi making that save. Coming up big. Free kick Burnsville. McCallick from the spot of the offside. Got it to Jama. Back for win. Emerson Castillo Quattro. Centers. And the Wildcats cleared out. Their counterattack continues to be potent. Gingrich and Cron after it, and Hadorf spryly jumping from his box. Off of Azad and out of bounds. Quick throw by Eagan down the sideline using their speed. Corner. Jack Bland applying the pressure. So we're seeing a lot of the same players for Eagan that we saw at the end of the first half. That's interesting. That was the second group that came on. We aren't seeing Derek Sy, their leading scorer who had the first goal. Bland on the corner. Win with the header and out. Caparelli, Marino. Flowing back toward Bland. Broman a drive. That caught a body, but of a Wildcat and out. Goal kick Burnsville. And Abner Philippos will come in for the Blaze. The junior will replace Jude Lee. Now we mentioned Sy. It looks like he's prepared to come back in the game for the Wildcats. And he's had a long time to rest. 20 minutes of the first half, then halftime, now 10 more minutes. He's probably 45 minutes clear of his last action. Big throw by Backenstedt. Right back in, Bland through the goalposts and over the top. Jack Bland, the senior. In comes Sy, dangerous player back on the field for Eagan. He'll replace Gingrich, who produced some great chances of his own. Less than 30 minutes to go. Off Burgess toward the sideline, kept in by Burgess. Castillo Quattro watches it go out of bounds, another Burnsville toss. Blaze trying for their second win in 3 games. Castillo Quattro. In front, Gomez. The save by Corralde. Marino passed it off to the left. Frost into the possession of Wynn. Players collide at midfield, and again, Marino dancing with it, wonderfully done. Rolls one forward. Frost turns the corner, had Sy in front. Is it a corner kick? Yes. Burnsville continues to face a lot of pressure. Jack Bland will take the corner kick. He had 2 goals a year ago, 1 goal this year. Got it towards Sy. Cleared away from him. And they'll reset things and have another corner kick. Bland, one of 11 seniors on this experienced Eagan roster. Part of the reason they've increased their win total. Almost double what it was last year. Curled in, touched by Backenstedt. A post hit, cleared out by Hadorf. Burnsville trying to sweep it away. A whistle against Eagan. I mean, you talk about not catching any breaks at all. Eagan's got to feel terrible that they don't lead this game. 2 posts, 2 penalty kicks. Amazing that that one stayed out. Now they go over the top for Bland, who karate kicks at it. Hadorf holds. Hadorf had the second save after that ricochet. Downfield for Castillo Quattro. Centers for Jama. Philippos. Jama in front alone. Shot it off a body. Burnsville with a chance of their own. Rare to see this many grade A chances. And a goal kick for Eagan. Wow. I mean, this is a competitive Burnsville team. Montgomery comes in with a yellow card to his name. He'll replace Garcia Miranda. Back to the post, followed by the save by Hadorf. Here it is. Watch number 25, Bockenstedt. One-timer with the right foot. Hadorf at least got it away from the goal line, and then the defenseman did the rest. Now Burnsville after a flurry. That looks offside. Yep, flag up. Tahar Jama. No overtime being played, so this is regulation and no extra session in this COVID season. 25 and change to go. That'll change come section time. The pass to Broman. Philippos stripped it away, but out of bounds. Sun setting here. Temperatures likely dropping into the 40s tonight. Girls' game will be a little chillier. Jama, and the ball took a funky bounce on him and goes out. An Eagan throw. Hans Broman. Big toss, looking for Cy. Chipped it up, headed out. Jama swings and misses and then connects. Steel Quattro. Broman centers, that's headed out further by the Blaze. McNair settled it down, passing to Frost left side. Free kick Eagan. This will be in a good spot. About 30 yards from the net. It'll be Marino taking it. Burnsville trying to get organized. The senior Marino. Let's loose. Montgomery heads it clear. Burnsville the other way. Emerson Castillo Quattro. Abner Philippos. His path was interrupted, and now Eagan will counter.
Good job.
Philippos takes it away from behind. Broman went down, maybe a little shaken up. Gomez wants to center, brings it back, shovels it to Jama. He puts it on net, and Caraldi catches. Broman the steal, and he'll go over the top. It's Bland, flanked by Leonards. Knocked away from Bland, and a throw coming for the Wildcats. So Leonards back in the game as well, number 9. That was the pairing they started with. Caparelli will leave. Quick toss in, and a corner kick. It's off of Azad. Cron will take this one. Looking back post, and it lands on top of the net. .22 minutes left. All the scoring in the first half. Eagan missing countless opportunities. First touch by Burgess. To midfield, heel flick for Jama. Wynn looking for Castillo Quattro. Off his back. Wildcats possess. Gingrich kept it in bounds to Cron. He'll kick it on backward. Cron drags it to midfield. Burgess pokes it to Philippos. They jockey for position. Burnsville will get the free kick right on midfield. Next goal takes the lead and very well could win the game. Derek Wynn really drives it in on Caraldi. Dive by Wynn, nearly caught his arm. Play continues. Moreno. Leonards over to Gingrich. Sy looking for a touch. He did, but he poked it to Philippos of Burnsville. Sy then coming after him from behind. The takedown and the whistle. Receives a little reprimand from the official. Burnsville trying to notch their first win or tie against Eagan since 2016. Seeger heads to Frost. Frost around Gomez. Gomez strips it clear. And he earns a throw for Burnsville. We're into the final quarter of play. They played an hour to a 1-1 stalemate. Gomez breaks free on the end line, puts it on Caraldi. Near post save made, and Caraldi whips it out right side. Really good pressure, that Burnsville front line in this game. Derek Sy careens down the right side. What a slide tackle. And then Burgess trying again. Sy regained it and then missed the net badly. Burnsville's first win came against winless Farmington. This one would be even more impressive on the resume. Eagan trying to get its first win in the last 4 games. Burgess all the way in on Caraldi. Drop kick down the middle. Offside side. He missed the net with the shot. They'll have to go run after that one. Very close again on the flag. A little delay here. Remind you to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/BCTV14 for plenty of local Burnsville content and programming alerts. Also, youtube.com/City of Burnsville MN. Find all the PSAs, game highlights, South Suburban spotlights. Over the top, this is Frost. Frost working with Sy. It's actually Leonard's back to the middle. And Cron maybe a little shaken up with that left leg. Well, Hadorf is really working hard here to hunt down all of these errant shots. Got to stay loose somehow. 16.5 minutes left. There is a bit of a flaw in not having the ball retrieval. When a team is winning, they can so easily just kill time by sending the ball far out of play. As Jama tries to break through. Some arm fighting there with McNair. Jama on to Gomez. There's Frost right along the sideline. A throw for Azad. Tim Foley watching on that Eagan sideline, shouting instructions. Filipos scrappily trying to get through Wildcats. Ysenor Lopez knocked it away. Win to Jama. Gomez missing on the header. Frost got there, moved it ahead toward Marino, and now back for Broman. Gingrich. Sy running in to win, and the Burnsville throw. Actually a free kick. 15 minutes left. Derek Wynn, 1 goal on the year. Sends it into a crowd. Headed down to Broman. Gingrich near side. Montgomery, the header, hits Cron, but Montgomery gets it back. With some speed, moving to his right. Nobody home on that pass by Azad. Caraldi will run out to get it. Sy settles it down neatly. Offside again. Cron too far in front, and he doesn't like the call. Cron's been burned a couple times, so has Gingrich, so has Sy. Eagan's entire offensive attack here has been based around trying to get the ball deep, use their speed. They're not trying to pass it 100 times and work their way in. They're going for the one big strike. Sy might produce it here. Chance, Cron, Eagan takes the lead. No offside that time. The Wildcats on top with 13:25 to go. And you can see the look on Cron's face, thinking it's about time that I got a chance to go on that run with no offside. Great pass by Sy, who picks up the assist. He was even with McCallick and buries it. Burnsville had been flirting with trouble much of this half, and in the 67th minute they cave. Eagan back in front. That's the 3rd goal of the year for Nicholas Cron. Cron scored against Shakopee in a 5-1 win and against Prior Lake in a 3-0 win. His first goal in the last 6. Derek Wynn ahead to Filipos. Now Burnsville will try to answer once more. Marino. To Cron. Tried to switch directions. Azad forced it out. Wildcats could jump as high as 3rd place in the conference with a victory here. Apple Valley and Lakeville South just 1 point ahead in the standings as Sy misses up top. We'll look here for an update on Lakeville North Shakopee. As of halftime, that Lakeville North Shakopee game was scoreless. Don't have any additional updates. They're probably at about the same point in their game, late second half. Sai, good touch, off Montgomery. Delgadillo gets it free. Wynn dislodged it, right back to Marino. Delgadillo. Looking for Jama. Jama almost got by Caraldi, and he was onside. Very nearly a Burnsville strike. Still got over 10 minutes. Nooch Clark scored their only goal in the 34th minute. Bland drops it back. Broman, left foot. Save made. Hadorf. Tyler Hadorf, also a tennis star here in Burnsville. He and his brother, very gifted. His dad, the coach. His first year as the full-time goaltender. Free kick, Wildcats, inside of 40 yards. Cron. Too much leg. Inside of 10 minutes, desperation time for the Blaze. Next dead ball, we'll take a look at the recent results between Burnsville and Eagan, the history between these teams. Nice pass by Sai, and there's Delgadillo getting it out of trouble. Lee does a nice job to prance ahead with it, but he couldn't hit his mark on the pass. Marino picks it up. McNair, Broman. Sai, really good passer. He picked up the assist on the go-ahead goal. And now a goal kick for Burnsville. Let's look at the history between these teams, recent scores. It's been close almost every year. 2-1 last year, and it's 2-1 this year. Eagan going for win number 4 in a row. Some great games over the years, boys and girls. Burnsville and Eagan, these neighboring communities. Most of those teams coached by Balut Ozturk. But a new generation of Eagan soccer starting last year. Kind of a rebuild for the boys with only 3 wins. But a bunch of seniors this year as Burnsville inserts perhaps their final wave of fresh legs. McCormick, Philippos, and Froby. And they'll bring out Wynn, Delgadillo, and Peterson. Broman knocked it down. Jama up ahead. It might be a handball on Lee, but it's not called. Eagan signaled for it. Thought we saw it up here in the booth. Play goes on. Bland switches fields anyway. Burnsville will have to track it down. McCallick there. He's pressured by Sai. There's a steal. A chance for Broman. Broman trying to get it to that left foot, presumably. He's left foot dominant. and couldn't pull the trigger from the right. Froby left it behind there for Bland. Cron going for the overlap. Instead goes to Broman. Got the left foot that time and missed it high. And now is where Burnsville needs to really hustle after these loose balls. Time ticking off the clock. They don't get it back. Montgomery with it along the sideline. Sends it right back in. Dangerous moment. Montgomery. Nice passing ahead to Philippos. Off of Burnsville and out. Time running low for the Blaze, trailing 2-1. Nicholas Cron, the go-ahead goal. Sy, open field. Cron wants another. Missed it narrowly. And Sy falling on his back in agony over that close call. Goal kick Burnsville. For being their leading scorer, I think Sy's most impressive quality might be his passing in this game. He has been picking his spots on how to set up his teammates and almost had a second helper on the Cron goal. Now that Eagan has the lead here, worth looking into that Apple Valley Lakeville South score to see whether Eagan will jump both or just one of those teams. If they tied, Eagan could take third place in the conference. Wildcats again near the end line. They've got a corner. We're under 5 minutes to play. Eagan trying to ice this game. Jack Bland in the corner. Left that one short. Headed back out Marino. Marino towards Sy. Popped straight up by Castillo Quattro. Cron underneath it. Sy right there. And Sy trying for that flip with the right foot that he scored his goal on. You see here Hadorf trying to bring a couple balls back with him. So he's got one in reserve. That's smart. Time ticking away, 3:40. Azad. Up the sideline, Froby. Nice possession. They're on the Eagan side of the field. McCormick. And Burnsville's got the throw with 3 minutes left. Jama on the receiving end. Might have gotten nudged down there by McNair. Blaze trying to keep the pressure on, but Cron with the nice pass, and now ahead to Sy it goes. Derek Sy, they're 3-on-2. Cron moves past, and Montgomery, the one to foil him. And there's an injury on the field now behind Hadorf. It's Cron still down, but play continues. They loop it forward. Picked by McNair. Cron is still injured behind the play. He tried to get up, went right back down. Burnsville with 2:15 to go and a ball out of bounds. Now, if they were to address this injury, the clock would stop, but they'll continue playing here as Cron not joining the fray. And now they whistle it. And with 1:58 to go, Cron will be tended to. Almost a carbon copy of the first half, where Montgomery met Cron in the box. In the first half, it was a Montgomery yellow card and a penalty kick. This one was not called. They're inspecting his ankle. Meanwhile, on the other side, Burnsville had some pressure there in the offensive end. See what that contact looked like. Cron has good size and speed, just gets right by Montgomery here. I mean, he initiates going down there, it looks like. Looks like a good no call, and we hope Cron's all right. So he'll be replaced in the game. That'd be a big loss for Eagan if he was out any extended time. With 2 minutes left, we'll see if he's able to make his way back in this game. Not the way he's walking at the moment. Burnsville is going to get a free kick out of this. This will be, no, it's just a drop and put in play. It turns out to be like a free kick and cleared by the Wildcats. Leonards. Cy 1 against 2. Eagan with a throw. Burnsville could not afford that. They lose a lot of field position there. Approaching 90 seconds left. Leonards, double team there in the corner. No indication on who the throw goes to, but they kind of figure it out amongst themselves there. Eagan takes it. And Eagan just bleeding this clock dry. Eagan was 1-2 in 1-goal games this season. Burnsville was 0-3, in jeopardy of going 0-4 in close games. On one hand, it's a sign that they are a better team than their record indicates, but frustrating nonetheless. 45 seconds to go. Bland, corner. Azad knocks it away. Roman right back to it. Cy the touch, and he missed the net. Blaze have 25 seconds to go. Not sure they have time to span the field. Montgomery. Someone's going to have to kick this thing deep. Philippos left it short there to Jama with 8 seconds. There's a steal by Eagan. 3 seconds left, it's over. Wildcats win it 2-1. A hard-fought game. They end their 3-game winless streak, and they move to 6-3-1 with 1 game remaining next week against Lakeville South. An entertaining game. Eagan probably deserved the victory with the way they played in the second half, but it almost evaded them. Tied at 1 into the 67th minute, where Cron put them in front. The teams respectfully applauding for each other. Burnsville drops to 1-8-1. Burnsville appreciating their fans. Let's get into the highlights. First goal of the game, scored by Cy right there. Let back to Win. Win now looking for a lane. And there's Burnsville's first goal. Nooch Clark in the 34th minute tied the game at 1. And just before halftime, look at this. Isaac Gingrich off the post on a penalty kick. Brandon Montgomery picked up the yellow card. And then early in the second half, another PK and another stop. That time, Tyler Hadorf coming up with the save. There's another post hit by Eagan. They couldn't get it past Hadorf. It looked like Burnsville was destined to steal this one until minute 67. Derek Sy to Nicholas Cron. The left foot go-ahead goal, his third of the year. And the Wildcats win it 2-1. Huge thanks to everybody from ETV and BCTV that worked to bring you this one. I'm Sam Ekstrom. If you're watching with us live, the girls' game to follow shortly after 7 o'clock local time. For the rest of you, thanks so much for tuning in. This has been South Suburban Conference Soccer on BCTV.
Jeff Foxworthy here. You know, if you've ever found yourself repeating the same thing for 75 years, you might be Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Wow. Thing is, there's a lot more to say. Like if you've ever found yourself burning yard debris and then walking away, well, you might be starting a wildfire. So for the love of the outdoors, go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.